Reclaiming Jen, where moms can take a break from the busy mom life and focus on their own needs, wants, and goals. On my channel, I talk about online teaching and how you can start working from home teaching online. In today's video, I am talking to you about 3 tips that I want to give you for struggles that I had when I started teaching with Zoom. So one of the things you don't want when you're teaching online, of course, is to lose the engagement of your student. Regardless of what age they are, you don't want to be lagging time in between activities, trying to figure this out and trying to figure that out. Granted, we know it is going to happen. It is inevitable that you're going to have some kind of tech problem, or oops, something didn't load, or it's taking too much time, or you closed the window you wanted to teach with, or your screen mirroring from your iPhone and it isn't working. Well, that's going to happen, but I want to help you make things go a little bit smoothly and help you plan so that you can use your time in the classroom efficiently, so that parents appreciate that you have filled your classroom with quality content and with evidence that you have planned a stellar lesson for their child. So in doing that, using Zoom, you want to be prepared with multiple tabs. That's my first tip for using Zoom. Now, I usually use Chrome to plan my lessons. Sometimes I use Microsoft Edge if I am using PDF, because my PDFs, when I open them, open up to Microsoft Edge, and that's the only reason that I do that. So I'm doing a screen share here so you can see my latest lesson. It's a math lesson with a 5-year-old. In this math lesson, I have multiple tabs open, and if you've seen my other video I'll post it here, I have been really keen on using education.com. I have a subscription to it. It is amazing. The content in there makes my planning so much easier. I am not an affiliate for education.com, although I think I would like to be, because I really love this website. It has games, it has worksheets, and the search engine is awesome just to really find the level that you need, the skill you're working on with your student. And I like it when it's colorful, and it's just really been a blessing to make my lessons go so much more smoothly and to stress less about planning my lessons. And if you know how I was feeling at the beginning of this journey of teaching independently and teaching on Outschool and coming up with my own lessons, education.com has really done it for me. I also am using FredisaLearns.com for some of my ESL students, so check that out. I also share how I use Chit Chat to Fluency in some of my ESL lessons too, or in my for phonics learning. So check that out. But today I'm telling you about how I use education.com. And so in my screen share, I share that I use multiple tabs across the top, and there are multiple education.com tabs at the top because you want your games loaded, locked and loaded and ready to go once you click that tab and you click the play button. You don't want to have to wait for it to load, because I do notice that my video slows down when that game is loading. So that is something that you want to be aware of and have that game loaded. So that's my one thing. Multiple tabs at the top. It's seamless transition from one activity to the other, keeping that student engaged, keeping him with you, and maybe your lesson is going not quite how you planned, and you need to swap a worksheet for an interactive game, or something to have a little brain break for your student, or to get their attention back, give them what they need, right? So you can seamlessly share your screen, share another screen. Maybe you need to have your stars to apples on your phone and you want to transition to that. And something that took me a really long time to learn was to never stop sharing. Now, of course, when I made this video, I wanted to show you what's been happening to me when I stop sharing, and then I'm like, oh, I want to go back to screen sharing. It has not been cooperating. So I'll go back and I'll be able to share the screen, but then I can't see myself or my student. And of course, today, when I tried to show you how this happens, it worked perfectly. So I'm not going to be able to show you what happens, but I'm telling you now, if I stopped sharing, had our big pictures up on the screen, and then went back to share again, then I was losing the camera view and I would have to actually leave Zoom, come back in, wasting time, precious time in the classroom for that. And nobody wants to oops, sorry, I need to leave the classroom and come back. You don't want to do that. But that is how you can fix it if you need to fix it, like I have needed to do in the past. But what you want to always choose is a new share. So you're sharing your screen, you're sharing Chrome, and you want to go to your phone to play Stars to Apples or whatever you have there. You do a new share, change or click to the iPhone and screen mirroring, and then that will pop up. And then when you're done your Stars to Apples, you can new share and go back to Chrome or go to your PDF on Edge, whatever you need. That's what you want to do, is choose a new share. Now I try to do all of my screen sharing together, and then at the end I'll go back and put our big pictures up. I'll stop share, and then we'll have our pictures up. If I want to give the student an opportunity to share a toy with me or whatever, a show and share at the end is usually what I do with my littles. So that is my second tip. Never stop sharing. Do a new share. And you can also pause your share. So if something is like, oh no, that didn't pull up, or I forgot to pull that up, or whatever it is, you can pause the share so it's paused on what the student is looking at. You can go into your files on your computer without the student seeing all of the shuffling, and you can click open whatever you need and then resume share and do a new share if you need to show them what you wanted to see them. So pause share, new share, super important, and something that took me longer than I want to admit how to learn. So that is my second tip. The first tip was multiple tabs at the top of your browser. The second one was to always use new share, not stop share. And my third tip is sometimes, and this is something I'm still working on, the student can't find their drawing tool. And in fact, I still have students that can't find their drawing tool despite me sending links to show them where their tool is on the iPad, where they can find it on the laptop. Some people just say, nope, we don't have that. I have 2 students that they can't find it. So I've just kind of, okay. But sometimes you can make them the co-host, or you can make them the host. I like co-host better because you don't give up all your control, but it's fine to make them the host, and then they can give it back to you if they're, an older student or they know Zoom. I did that for one of my students where I made him the co-host, and then he could draw, and then he can share his screen too if you want to do that. Some of my older students like to, look something up, and then they say, can I share my screen? And of course, then I let them do that. So that is my third tip. There is also an option for multi-share. I don't use that. I'm still pretty basic. So, if you're like, well, why isn't she using that? It's because I'm basic. I need to take a Zoom course. I need to take a class in course. I need to take a Google course. I need all the things. But I don't know if the capacity of this will hold all of that. But ideally, yes, I would love to be more knowledgeable about all these things. So I, like you, am still in the learning phase. Just a quick update. I'm not teaching yet on the VIPKid Global. I'm hoping to open more slots in the new year. And I'm still trying to grow my student base on Outschool and private teaching. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'm filming this right before Christmas, and I'm hoping to see some growth in the new year. So I wish you all well. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you have any questions, put some comments down below and let me know how it's going. What are you doing? Where are you working? I want to know all the things. Best wishes in 2022. Let's rock this year. Bye guys. See you later.